rise. And all right, so let's go ahead and we'll start. Let's start in knee pile with the left leg on top. So stacking the left knee right on top of the right. And if you would like to come into a full variation, you can slide the right leg underneath. You want to make sure the left sitting bone stays rooted. You might even take a minute to just press it on down. And take your fingertips outside of your hips and just try and take your shoulders back so they're stacked right over the hips without letting the lower back arch. So the knees might even lift slightly, but your sitting bones are still super rooted into the mat. And with the fingertips outside of your hips, just take 3 deep ujjayi breaths in and out through the nose. So right away, just connecting to your breath, connecting to your rhythm. Connecting to your most powerful tool to feel, to get inside. And walking your fingertips out in front of the shins. Still up on the fingertips, take your chest forward. Slide your shoulders back, take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, Uddiyana. And you inhale, roll up, and then let's goalpost the arms. So for shoulder shrugs today, this side, we're going to do 3 rounds. Each round will focus on a separate part of the back. So you're starting with the top, then the second, the mid, then the lower. All right, so starting at the top, take a big inhale and fill the upper back with space. Then shrug your shoulders straight up towards the ears, and as you exhale, just squeeze the upper shoulder blades together and focus on sliding just the upper tips of the shoulder blades down. All right, so you're right back where you started now. Inhale, fill the central center of the back. So right below the shoulder blades. And as you exhale, just right away, squeeze the mid shoulder blades together and squeeze the mid shoulder blades down. Elbows back in line with the shoulders, fingers spread. Last part, inhale. Try and fill the space between the lower tips of the shoulder blades. But as you exhale, you can squeeze the elbows in, squeeze the lower tips of the shoulder blades together and down. Slide your shoulders down, lift your chin away from your chest. Releasing your arms down. Inhale, rise your arms up until palms touch. And exhale, re-goalpost the arms. We'll do 3 rounds now, or 1 round, including all 3 parts. Inhale, fill and spread upper back. Shrug shoulders straight up. Exhale, squeeze upper shoulder blades, mid shoulder blades. Bend your elbows, squeeze lower tips of shoulder blades together. Draw your shoulders down, lift your chin away from your chest. Good. Release your arms down, roll the shoulders back. And then move the opposite direction. And then unwrap your legs and swap it out. So right on top of left, half or full, might be different than the first side. And from here, take your fingertips outside of the hips and draw your shoulders slightly back. Maybe the tips of the knees will lift slightly, but those sitting bones are still rooted. Draw the belly in towards the spine. And again, just take a few deep ujjayi breaths here, in and out through the nose. Walk your fingertips in front of the shins. Set your fingertips down, pull your chest forward, your shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, Uddiyana. And then you release, rise up. And this time, float your palms out so your palms are in line with your shoulders. And then begin to flex your palms back. So you feel the head of the shoulders soften. You're extending out through the palms so that stretch is going up the insides of the wrists, the forearms. Inhale. As you exhale, start with the pinky. Close one finger at a time. Make a fist. And then flex the entire fist down. So you feel the stretch along the tops of the wrists, all of the forearms. Release, open the palms, and as you inhale, flip both palms up. Thumbs rotate back, lift up through your chest. Exhale, flip your palms down and around, round. Inhale, flip both palms up, thumbs rotate back, lift up through your chest. Exhale, flip your palms down and around. And this time as you inhale, flip your palms so that they're facing forward. Fingertips, wrists in line with the shoulders. Be mindful that your palms aren't in or back. Your fingertips are reaching out. The wrists are straight. And take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, take your thumb into your palm. And then this time start with the pointer finger. Close all four fingers over the thumb. And then extend your thumbs out. So now the insides of the wrists are getting a little stretch. And then rotate out the fists. So a little dance of the wrists here. Release, open your palms, spread the fingers wide. Inhale. Exhale, press your palms together in front of you and round. Inhale, press palms back, open up through your chest. Exhale, press and round. And as you inhale, reach both palms up towards the sky. As you exhale, reach your arms out and then down by your sides. Unwrap your legs and let's come down onto our backs. For all those abs, for all that bread you've been consuming. Work it out somehow. All right. So once you are down on your backs, take your legs straight up towards the sky. Feel your lower back releasing into your mat. Spread the toes and just begin to make little rotations with the ankles. And point and flex the toes. And bend your knees at a 90-degree angle. Flex the toes in towards the shins. Clasp your hands behind your head and your neck. And as you inhale, lift head and shoulders up. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, extend your right leg forward. Lift your heart up towards left thigh and pull belly down. Inhale back to center. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, left leg extends forward. Lift heart up towards right thigh and pull belly down. Inhale back to center. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, right leg forward. Heart lifts towards the left thigh. Drag your belly down. Pull your hip back. Inhale, back to center. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, left leg forward. Heart lifts up towards right thigh. Pull your belly down. Inhale, back to center. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, right leg forward. Lift the heart up towards the left thigh. Drag your lower belly down. Inhale, back to center. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, left leg forward. Heart lifts towards right thigh. Drag belly down. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lower your head and your shoulders down. Take your knees in towards the chest, make little circles. And we're going to move into frog lifting through. So if you have a wall and you want to use it, you're welcome to. If you're using the wall, so you're starting by straddling your bent legs, toes out, heels in. If you're using the wall, you want your lower leg, so from the knee to the bottom of the foot, that's how far away you want to be from the wall. So you should be able to take your knees together, feet are against the wall, or straddle them with bent legs, and they're still against the wall. If you don't have a wall, just take toes out, heels in, and make that same position. You can still imagine that you have a wall, and the goal is even when you're curling your tailbone up to turn on the core, the heels aren't moving the walls. So I'm not jerking my whole body, then I'm not really using my core. So focus on little tailbone lifts, turning on your core rather than jerking your whole body around. Clasp your hands behind your head and your neck. Right away, press your lower back down and then inhale, lift, head and shoulders up. As you exhale, curl your tailbone up. Feel your core turn on, lift up through your shoulder bones and lift up through your inner thighs. Pull your lower belly down. Shoulders stay lifted, lower the hips. Big inhale into lower back. Exhale, curl tailbone up as you reach out through the inner thighs. If you have your feet against a wall, you can press into the wall. Pull belly down. One more, inhale into lower back. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Reach out through the inner thighs, lift your shoulder blades a little higher, and then pull your belly down. Lower your head and shoulders down. Use your hands to guide the legs back together. Take your legs straight up and just make little circles with the entire legs. So it can be the same direction or opposite direction. And we're going to move into straddle lifting through. So for straddle lifting through, you're straddling the entire legs. If your inner thighs or your lower back can't handle that, you'll do second round of frog lifting through. Clasp your hands behind your head and your neck. Right away, again, press into your lower back as you extend up through your inner thighs. And as you inhale, lift, head and shoulders up. Exhale, curl your tailbone up as you reach up through your inner thighs and lift your shoulder blades off the mat. Pull your lower belly and your hips down. Inhale into lower back. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Reach out through your inner thighs, lift up through your shoulder blades. Pull belly down. Last one, big inhale into lower back. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Reach out through the inner thighs, lift up through your shoulder blades. Pull belly down. Lower head and shoulders down. Use your hands to guide the legs back together. If you're against a wall, you might move away from it. And let's all set up for bridge. So feet plant, hip width distance apart. Right away, draw your shoulders away from your ears, and then pressing into your feet, lift your hips up. Send your sitting bones towards your calves and press into your feet so that you really feel your shoulders tractioning away from the ears. Feel your breath coming in through the nose and filling up the entire front side of the body. So feel it expanding the rib cage, expanding the belly, and reaching all the way down into the hip flexors, the quads. Exhale, slowly lower the upper spine, the mid spine, the lower spine, and the hips. And then roll onto your side and press yourself up. Let's go ahead and get set up for dolphin. So we are coming down onto the forearms. Grabbing opposite shoulders, so you have that correct distance between the elbows. Then you're either clasping all 10 fingers, setting the forearms down, or you can set both palms out right in front of the elbows. Press into the forearms, lift up out of the shoulders, then tuck your toes, lift your hips. Most of us are going to need to walk the feet in just an inch or two. Then the move is really actively pressing into the forearms to shift your weight up and slightly back. So shoulders should be closer to the shins, not directly over the elbows. The head should be lifted off the mat, but still relaxed. Try and draw your belly just slightly up towards the spine without letting yourself collapse into the shoulders. You can stay here the whole time, or you can work on leg variations, lifting one leg at a time, but really feeling that lift as an extension further out of the shoulders. If you're doing leg variations, you should be on that second leg. We've got another 3 or 4 breaths here. Then go ahead and come down onto the knees. And take your knees out the width of your mat, take your toes together, sink the heels back into child's pose, and we'll just spend 3 or 4 breaths here. Lift the forehead up off the mat. Take your palms down, take your knees back in line with the hips. Making sure the fingers are spread nice and wide. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, come into downward dog. So feel that same lift up out of the shoulders in your downward dog, no collapsing. Belly stays drawn up towards the spine so you feel more length, less tension in the lower back. As you inhale, lift your left leg straight up and back. Nice and slow as you exhale, begin stepping the left leg forward into runners. And gently drop the back knee and rise the arms. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana, 3 breaths. Exhale, drop palms. Tuck back toes, and as you inhale, like you were coming into standing splits, lift the right leg straight up. And as you exhale, slow as you can, lower back down into runners with back knee lifted. As soon as you make your way down, toe heel the left foot out, come inside the left leg, and find your free movement. Toe heel the left foot back in. Gently drop the knee, take an easy twist, right hand plants, left arm peels open. Exhale, lower left palm down, Tuck back toes and step back. Three-legged dog, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, open up the hip, find big, slow hip circles. And just slowly lower the left foot to the mat, coming back into downward dog. From your downward facing dog, lift your right leg. And then nice and slow, step into runner. So really shifting forward, slowly stepping the right leg forward. And gently dropping back knee and rising the arms up, low lunge, Anjaneyasana, 3 breaths. Exhale, drop palms, tuck back toes. Like you were coming into standing splits, begin lifting the left leg super high, release your head. Really use that right quad as you begin bending the knee and lowering slowly into runners. Lots of breath, lots of control. Once you meet in runners, toe heel the right foot out and find that free movement. And it doesn't have to be big. It can be really tiny little movements if that's where you're at today. It's exploratory movement, not forced, not habitual. How does your body want to move? How is it able to move today? Toe heeling the right foot back in, come back into runners, drop your back knee, and let's take an easy twist. Left hand plants, right arm peels open. Exhale, right hand drops, tuck back toes, take it back. 3-legged dog, right leg lifts. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Big, slow hip circles. Straightening the leg. Just slowly lower the right foot down, and as soon as that right foot drops, shift forward into high plank. Hands are right underneath the shoulders, squeeze the elbows in towards each other. Hips in line with shoulders, belly glued towards the spine. Inhale. Exhale, just the right knee lowers, modified side plank towards your left. Left foot plants, left arm peels open. Option to lift the left leg. If you have that left leg lifted, flex the toes. Maybe finding little pulses. So pulsing higher than the hips, really feeling that on the left side, the glute. You have the left leg lifted, lower it. Lower the palm, step right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, left knee lowers right into the other side. Right foot plants, right arm peels open. And the same thing. Maybe lifting right leg. You have the right leg lifted, flex the toes, and begin to find those little upward pulses. Keep them slow. So it's not about how fast you're going. Slow and controlled with breath. So I take control about all that bread I ate. Drop the leg if you have it lifted. Drop the palm. Step left leg back. Inhale. Now squeeze your elbows in. If you need to drop the knees, do it. Otherwise, slowly lower down to your belly. As soon as you're down, thighs back. Palms way out in front of you, low cobra. Press into your palms and drag your chest forward. Allow your gaze to be neutral. And that Ujjayi breath, still strong, rhythmic. And you can let the elbows lower. Reach back and grab the outside of the left ankle, half floor bow. The right hand stays where it is, left toes are flexed. Press and pull through right palm and kick back through your left leg, both turning on the quad and also opening up the left side of the chest. Continue breathing as you stabilize by pressing through the right palm, activating the right side of the chest, the shoulder. Exhale, stop kicking. Release your grip and just swap it out. So left palm out in front of you, reach back, grab the outer edge of the right ankle, flex toes. Press and pull through the left palm. And as you exhale, kick back through your right leg. Open up your chest. Exhale, release. Take hands underneath the shoulders, squeeze the elbows in, tuck back toes. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, see if you can press right back up into plank. Take it back, downward dog. From your downward facing dog, walk your feet up towards the hands, taking your feet out the width of your mat. Toes out, heels in. Just begin to bend the knees like you were coming into a squat, hands planted. Inhale, lift the hips. Let your head fall forward. And take your hands up in front of you. Find a halfway lift. Take your toes straight forward. And exhale, fold. Press into your feet. Inhale, rise up to stand. The hips are still nice and wide. Exhale, bend the knees as much as you need as you fold forward. Inhale, find a halfway lift. And from your halfway lift, plant your palms and walk back. Downward dog, let's take that same wide stance. So feet just as wide as your mat. Come up onto the tippy toes and begin bending the knees. So it's a wide stance of the knees are bent. Squeeze the elbows in towards each other, keep your head relaxed and just breathe here. Inhale, lift the hips. Toe heel your feet back to a normal stance. And press down through right foot, lift up through the left leg, inhale. Exhale, take knee in towards the nose, round. Step it through, runners. And plant your back foot, open up, warrior two. Nice wide stance, external rotation in the legs. Right arm over left, eagle arms, right over left. Take your thumbs away from the forehead. As you inhale, begin to lift the heart, the elbows. As you exhale, slide your shoulders down and just find a little rounding through the upper back, tipping the elbows down just enough to feel the upper back spread. Inhale, take elbows back up. As you exhale, unwrap the arms, take arms back in line with shoulders, then inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Forearm down, right arm straight up. Press into the forearm, lift up out of the left shoulder, and then drag your sitting bones back, your shoulders back, but stay long in the neck. As you exhale, drop your palm, drop your knee, and then rise both arms up, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, squeeze your thighs together. Exhale, lower your palms, and then shift your hips back, half splits. Slide your left heel forward, drag your chest forward, drag your left hip back, and breathe in and out through the nose. Spread your toes. Reach through the ball of the left foot. Slide the left foot back until left foot plants. Left knee bends. Then tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Come back into runners. Plant your back foot and walk your torso over towards the right for head to ankle prep. So we're right back into those warrior two legs. Left leg forward. Take your right hand, plant it towards the back of the mat, and take your left hand into the inner left thigh. Begin pressing the inner thigh open as you twist to face the back of your mat. Fire up your ujjayi. Uddiyana on your next exhale. When you release, straighten the leg, pivot the toes, and you can either stay tabletop or you can make your way into a forward fold, either keeping the arms down or finding an interlace behind the head and neck. You have a grip, release it. Find a halfway lift, inhale. And from your halfway lift, take a little bend in the knees and with strength from the legs, rise up to standing. And take toes out, heels in, bend the knees, and make your way into horse. Press the inner thighs open with the palms and let your hips sink down, your lower back release here. Take an Uddiyana on your next exhale. When you release, straighten the legs. Angle your toes towards the mat, center of your mat. And really hinging from the hips, try and slowly fold down, slowly. So you're keeping your spine straight. As soon as the spine is, the shoulders are in line with the hips, you can lower your hands down so they're right underneath the shoulders. Your spine is tabletopped. Little cat-cow movements here. Inhale, lift your tailbone, drop your belly. As you extend your chest forward, feel the hamstrings stretch. Exhale, curl pubic bone towards belly button, round, let your head go completely. One more back and forth on your own. As you make your way back to neutral, you can walk your palms back towards the top of your mat. Drop your back knee down and shift your hips forward for lounge lunge. So right palm way out in line with right shoulder. Grab a hold of your left knee, squeeze it in as you ease the entire right side of the torso forward without collapsing into the wrist or the shoulder. You are welcome to reach back for the back foot if you'd like. You have a grip of the back foot, release it, drop your palms, tuck back toes, take it back, downward dog. From your downward facing dog, lift your right leg. Exhale, knee to nose, round. Step it through, runner's lunge. From your runner's lunge, plant your back foot and open up warrior two. All right. From your warrior two, flip your palms to face the side of your mat. And then this time, left arm over right, eagle arms, left over right. You can lift the elbows, lift the heart. Drag your shoulders down. Take a big inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, just begin to round the elbows forward. So we're not coming into ostrich, we're just stretching out the upper back. Inhale, take elbows back to neutral. As you exhale, unwrap your arms, take arms in line with the shoulders, and inhale, reverse, right arm lifts. Exhale, extended side angle. Forearm down, left arm straight up. Gaze drops, palm and knee drops. And with that strength from the legs, rise up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, lower your palms. Straighten right leg, slide that right heel forward, half splits. The right hip slides back, the heart extends forward. Press toes forward, slide right foot back until your right foot plants, your right knee bends. Tuck back toes, lift back knee, runners. And we'll make our way into head to ankle prep. Plant your back foot. Walk the torso over towards the left. You still have those warrior two legs. Left hand plants towards the back of the mat. Right hand comes right into the inner right thigh. Twist the inner, or press your inner thigh open as you twist your torso towards the back of your mat. Uddiyana on the next exhale. Release, straighten the leg, angle the toes in, release your palm down. And then you can either stay tabletop, or you can make your way into that forward fold, this time taking any grip you'd like. Release any grip you have. Press into the feet. You strengthen the legs to rise up. And let's come into horse. Toes out. Heels in. Hands to the top of the thighs. Press your palms out. Let your hips sink down. Your lower back at that little release. And this time you can either take Uddiyana, or if you prefer Agnisara, that flapping in the belly, you can flap away. Go. And you release and slowly straighten the legs. Angle your toes in towards the body center line and take that slow hinge from the hips. Spine stays straight. When your shoulders are right in line with the hips, drop your hands down. This time, angle both sets of toes out, heels in, little baby Skandasana, side to side. Let's meet it back at center. Angle both sets of toes in. Tabletop your spine. Inhale. Uddiyana on the exhale. That first inhale takes your palms, your torso back up towards the top of your mat. Drop your back knee and take lounge lunge. Hips sink way forward. Left hand out in front of left shoulder. Squeeze your right knee in, keep the right foot planted as you ease the left side of the torso forward. Let your torso twist right. There's an option to reach for the back foot if you'd like. You have a release on the back foot, or if you have a grip on the back foot, release it. Drop your palms, tuck back toes, and just step right back into downward dog. From your downward facing dog, lift your left leg. Exhale, take knee to left elbow, squeeze the elbows in, hold. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step it through, warrior one. Square the hips, find the interlace behind the back and just open up through your chest. Shoulder to shoulder. We'll start by leaning halfway in. So you're leaning the torso forward, so you're hovered over the thigh, and right away you're drawing your belly back. So your lower back stays long, your quads super engaged. You can stay here, or you can come into humble warrior, folding all the way inside the inner left thigh, but not letting the left hip splay out. And whether you're halfway or all the way down, release your grip. Take your hands down, press in the left foot, and then press up half moon. Stack hip on hip as you open up toward your right. To come out, lower your right palm and then square your hips, extending the right leg straight back. Inhale. Take that slow release back into runners as you exhale. And drop the back knee, toe heel the left foot out, and come inside the left leg for a hip stretch. Letting your hips sink forward, but keeping the left foot planted. You can stay on the palms, or you can come all the way down onto the forearms. Option to tuck back toes and lift back knee if you are on the forearms. The back knee is lifted. Go ahead and drop it down. Make your way up onto your palms and then toe heel the left foot all the way over towards the right side of your mat for pigeon. From your pigeon, make your way up onto the palms, tuck back toes, and take it back, downward dog. From your downward facing dog, take big toes together to touch. Bend your knees, take your gaze forward, and you can walk or float to the top of your mats. From there, just take a slow roll up to mountain with the palms by your side. And we're all gonna try this. So you might not end up coming into flying pigeon, but you can come with me and you just stop when you're at a point where you can't go any further. So left ankle comes on top of the right thigh in a little figure 4 position. Okay. From here, you might just try to sit the hips down, bending the knee. This is a pretty big stretch right here. If you want to come in further, you can begin leaning the torso forward, maybe hooking the upper arms into the lower leg. If you're going further than this, the hands come down to the mat. The left toe squeeze the right upper arm. The elbows need to bend to kick the leg out. I do it from this way. It's a deep stretch just to get all the way down. So if that's where you are and there's no lifting the leg, or sometimes you get to that point where you think you're ready to lift the leg, but you can't figure out how it's going to lift, that's a good place to hang out too. I think you guys look like you're pretty much done. So you can begin to rise up, release your legs, wiggle them out a little bit. Yeah, the thing about carpet is your mat always moves, huh? Really annoying. So back at the top of your mat, we'll finish that other side and we'll all be done. Arms by your side. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Inhale. As you exhale, plant your palms and walk back. Downward dog. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, knee to right elbow, wrap and hold. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through, warrior one. Take the interlace behind our backs. Draw the shoulders down, square the hips, and then begin to lean your torso forward so you're hovering to start. Drawing belly back. There should be no tension in the lower back. You're pulling your belly back towards your spine so it's straight. Really activating the right quad so there's less pressure in the foot. And you can stay here the whole time, or you can fold into humble. But if you're folding into humble, make sure not to let that right hip splay out. And wherever you are, lower your palms to the mat, press into the right foot, and make your way into half moon towards the left. Left foot lifts, left arm lifts, open up towards your left side. Come out slowly, left foot plants, square your hips, extend your left leg straight back, and find that slow release into runners. Both times I said that, my release wasn't so slow. Drop your knee, toe heel your right foot out, and find that hip stretch. So get deep into the hips, letting the hips sink forward. Right foot stays planted, maybe coming down onto the forearms. If you're down on the forearms, you can tuck back toes and lift back knee. Back knee is lifted, drop it on down. Come up onto your palms and make your way into pigeon. Pigeon. You can come up onto the palms. Tuck back toes and step back, downward dog. Big toes together, bend the knees, walk or float to the top. And just take a slow roll up. We'll go right into the other side. So now it is your right ankle over the left knee. And you might just hang out in that little figure four. Ooh, I'm a lot tighter on this side. But we'll get out of here. You're coming down. It really is all about that squeeze of the right foot into the left arm as you lift the leg. Ooh. Nice, Joel. Yeah. You're just like the elephant on your mat, Joel. Isn't that what the elephant's doing? Kind of. Kind of. All right, you guys. Let's end seated either in Baddha Konasana Or if you are Jennifer Hageman, she might still be there. I don't know. I can't see. Oh yeah, there you are. I see your head now. I could just see everything behind you. You could come into a wide-legged straddle if you prefer that as well. I see you now. So either Baddha Konasana or wide-legged straddle. And just take a couple calming breaths in and out through the nose. See if you can feel your Ujjayi breath running all the way down into the lower back, the inner thighs, the hips. Whether in Baddha Konasana or wide-legged position, take the hands in front of you. Press into the fingertips, drag your chest a little forward, take a big inhale. Uddiyana on the exhale. Release. Take the hands together in front of the heart. And just take a couple breaths here in gratitude for your body, your practice, your ability just to come to your mat. And that's what I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Namaste, eating bread. That's what I'm thinking about right at this very moment. Running in, getting more bread. You know what I did, Melanie?
Oh, you did it.
My hummingbird.
Yeah, I saw that you did that. It's gorgeous.
Oh, I forgot you're in that group.
Yeah.
A year coming.
Awesome.
I had the appointment in last March, but didn't happen. So it's here now.
It's here now.
What
Awesome.
a reminder, huh?
Yes. You know, every day's a new day.
It is.
All right, sweetie, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much. This was
Thank
thank
you,
you.
you guys. Enjoy
good.
your evening. More bread.
more.
Yeah, I'm baking pizza with the sourdough left over. So,
Bye, guys.
And
Bye, Cass, in the darkness.
I know I am the dark.
Mysterious one.
wow, that's pretty mystic.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.